For the future, I'm most interested in that there is this thriving independent community. A greater variety of perspectives are kind of being shown in games than we've seen before. It's easier to get your things to marketplace than it was before. It's so open, not that there aren't still lots of hurdles to be overcome in terms of access, but that to me is what's most exciting.
As a game designer, it's not technology that fascinates me. It's what a player might do with it that's so interesting. Today we're in obviously a renaissance of amazing types of technologies, types of interfaces, where we use things, when we use them, with whom we use them. There's all of these amazing platforms, and what those do is they provide the game designer with these kind of opportunities, these affordances for playful interactions.
For a long time we were so constrained by mouse and keyboard, that was the way we had to figure out how to make things feel expressive through those interfaces, or even in a gamepad. I think we're in a really interesting period right now, especially with regards to input. These new technologies and new ways of input have their own limitations, but they open up a set of expressive options for how you input into the game or whatever kind of experience you're talking about that just makes things possible that weren't possible before.
I think a lot of what indie gamers are trying to do now, I think we're sort of trying to reach in and pull, at least temporarily pull the idea of a game and a video game out of that mechanism of being always about big companies and seeing what we have. If I have different elbow room now, what does it feel like to make something? Can I create this mental space where I don't know what tradition is, I don't need to know the way it was supposed to be, and I try not to follow the rules, and that's sort of what you're seeing.
We're still in the very early stages of this even being possible for people to do. So, I'm very content to kind of explore it and see what's possible.
There are different people with different backgrounds, in a way, moving creatively towards the same place. Kind of a real renaissance in the whole approach to the production of games.
This is a real turning point in the way that we recognize game artists. I think there's been a number of really interesting turning points recently. Journey winning Game of the Year. This is a tiny art game, and it has, taken the sort of game industry by complete surprise and by storm.
I'm hopeful that the category of games will continue to expand. It's really about just exploring what's possible, creatively with interaction.
I prefer to think of what we do as exploration and experimenting. These things don't have a destination in mind. You don't know where you're going.
I think there's just amazing creative opportunities when you talk about a medium that can put pictures on the screen, play sounds, and respond to input. There's just so much that's possible there. You could spend several lifetimes exploring that.
I think that the way to get your ideas to the larger world is to continue to make better and better examples of what it is that you mean by the best kind of play, the most exciting, interesting, meaningful, beautiful forms of play.